Hello friends, welcome back. We're going to do another shop update video today. So all of these vintage books are new to my shop this week and we have a theme, and the theme is art, fine art, music, and a little bit of just like upscale coffee table and design books, okay? All right, so we're gonna dive in. A lot of these are oversized, so they might be a little awkward for me to handle, but let's just dive in and see what I've got. First up, we have this, which is a museum catalog from a museum in, I think it's in Germany, maybe not, where is it? Anyway, this is in German. This catalog is in German. It is from the late 1940s, and it is a catalog from the Rich Museum, Müller, and apparently that museum still today is known for having one of the world's best collections of Van Gogh. So there's that fun little vintage museum guide. This book is I included it in this even though it's not really, I don't know. Let me explain. My American Heritage, a collection of songs, poems, speeches, sayings, and other writings dear to our heart from 1949. So this does have some music in it, but it also has some poetry, some speeches, and other just heartfelt things that give you that America feeling, okay? So I decided to include it in this week's haul because it just felt right. Next, we have a book on design. This is called Design, a Creative Approach, and it would have been a school book, probably like a college level textbook. It is from 1955 and it has lots of provocative images in it, some in black and white and some in color. We've got all kinds of design, like graphic design and furniture design, how to use color, all kinds of interesting things. Next, we have another design book, but this is an interior design book. It's called Mark Hampton on Decorating. This is a 2015 edition of a book that was originally written in 1989, and it is well known for its lovely illustrations, and there are illustrations done by the author. So very, very pretty. The type of book you'd just like to spend a little bit of time with on a Sunday afternoon. Next, we have The Arts and Man, a big, beautiful, neutral colored book from the mid-century years. I think this is from 1940. Yes, The Arts and Man by Raymond Stites. Here's just a random page here. And this is Plan of the Monastery at St. Gall. Oh, that's very interesting. I want to read more about that because I have another book on the shelf that you can't see here. It's right next to us, about the monastery at St. Gall. Okay, so next is Encyclopedia of Photography. This is from 1974, I believe, heavily illustrated. If I just open up to one random page, there we go. Next, we have this book, The World of the Impressionists, Classic Edition. This one has some cracking along the spine. It's got like a squishy cover. They made these a lot in the late 60s and early 70s, and they crack very easily along the spine. So this one is cracked, but what makes this book absolutely beautiful is the plates inside, the color plates. There's over 100 of those full page colored plates in that book. Next one, we have the masterpieces of the museum, the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Beautiful coffee table book. Random page. There you go. Another museum coffee table book, In Pursuit of Quality, the Kimball Art Museum, which is in Texas. And let's see what we get on a random page here. This book is not just about the collection in the Kimball Museum, but about the museum itself. Next, another coffee table book, the Vincent Price Treasury of American Art. So Vincent Price, famous actor, chose these pieces to be featured in this book. I guess he was an aficionado. So 150 color reproductions and more than 300 illustrations in this giant book. This is one of my favorites. When I find this book out in the wild, I always buy it, and it always sells really quickly. Modern American Painting. It has wonderfully like textured paper, and then just beautiful, beautiful color reproductions. Let me see if I can find another one for you. Here's another one. Next, we have a very fancy coffee table book. This one is called The Queen's Diamonds. It is by Sir Hugh Roberts, and this is the first authoritative collection book written about the diamonds of the royal family. So it is absolutely gorgeous inside. There we go, picture of the Queen. And here we go, some more. It's got some fold out pages. It's just beautiful. All right, let's see. Now we have two children's books. The first one is called The Weekend with Winslow Homer. So this is introducing children to the works of Winslow Homer and also his time period. And a biography. And then this is just a fun little flip through picture book. Art is drizzled. Art is draped, art is chiseled, art is pasted, and so on and so forth. This one is really cool. It's called Cézanne's Composition. So this is an art study book, so it would have been used in an art education or by somebody that was just interested. So it's an analysis of his form with diagrams and photographs of his motifs, and this is from 1946. And I believe the author of this book lived for a time in Cézanne's studio in Aix-en-Provence. There we go. Next, we have this little guy. It is called Bringing Jazz, and it's sort of like a book in verse influenced by jazz. It is from 1930. This is a second printing from January of 1930. So the title heading there is Futuristic Jazz, Jazz Delirium, Chicago Jazz, and so on and so forth. All right, I have 3 collections of prints to show you. So this is a box set of 16 Gustav Klimt prints. So they are all in there. It is complete. This is all the different ones that they have in there. Some of the most famous, like the Kiss, are in there, and they look lovely, so vibrant, so beautiful. Then we have some Magritte. Here's what they look like on the back. In my childhood home growing up, there was a Magritte on our living room wall that was sort of similar to this, although it was a man in a hat looking in a mirror, but what he saw in the mirror was the back view of himself in the hat. And then this, we have a portfolio of works from the Salvador Dali Museum. This has 12 prints inside plus the cover image, and they are all there, and they are on museum quality paper. So there's that. Isn't that fun? Okay, we have just a few more. This is Annie Leibovitz and Susan Sontag's photography book called Women. This is a first edition paperback of this beautiful, wonderful photography coffee table size book. Then we have this giant guy who is very shabby and worn but still deserves a new home. This is called Down in the Open, Drawings by Frederick Remington. And it's going to be tricky for me to show this to you because it's so damaged. You can see the spine. I mean, this book just wants to fall apart, and there are some loose pages in here. But let me see if I can at least just give you an idea of what the inside looks like. Here is one page right in the middle. I'm going to be very careful here. You can see I'm getting, well, you can't see. I'm getting stuff all over my shirt from this book, okay? There's the middle, so it has a little bit of verse here, and then the image, okay? And there's the back. So yeah, that one is very much falling apart and getting dust everywhere. One more coffee table book. This one is called Wood, and it is absolutely beautiful. It is by an artist who works with wood, and you can go through this book and see all kinds of interesting, varied images of wood in different forms, either, you know, outside in trees or inside installations that he made for different museums, or like this random took all these different colored leaves and put them on a dead log in the forest. It's just really something. Okay, last thing I have to show you. There is one book set that I forgot to bring to this spot so I can show it to you. It's a set of 3 oversized, chunky, neutral, vintage art books that are spectacular. And then this set is just so fun and graphically interesting and colorful and huge. This is called The Famous Artist's Cartoon Course. There is one book missing in this series, but you can find it on eBay if you wanted to complete the set. So this is from 1965, and it is, what I'm holding in my hand right now is the most advanced. So it's got like full-on cartoons here and a supplement on doing work for television. Okay. But if we find the book that is at the beginning, you can see that it just teaches you step by step how to draw cartoons. So here we have feet. That is in lesson 4. Lesson 3 is inking the head and figure. And here we have drawing the figure in action. It's just so cute. It's so fun. There we go. Okay, that's all I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed going through these with me. It's always a delight to find all of these vintage treasures, to learn all about them, to decide whether they should be in my shop, to think about whether my customers would like them or not. And I can tell you my customers definitely like art books. So I hope you found something interesting to maybe consider purchasing. And you can find the link to these again in the description. And I will see you again very soon for another vintage shop update book video. Thanks for joining me. Bye.